It was a seemingly ordinary day on planet Earth. Across the globe, humans went about their daily routines, commuting to work, attending school, running errands, and enjoying leisure activities. Little did they know that their world was on the precipice of a momentous, world-altering event. High above the Earth's atmosphere, a massive alien fleet silently materialized. At the helm of this formidable armada was Commander Yang Su of the Zarhonian Empire, a ruthless military strategist driven by dreams of conquest and subjugation. His eyes narrowed as he gazed down upon the unsuspecting planet below, already visualizing its complete capitulation to Zarhonian rule. With a curt nod, Yang Su issued the order to commence the invasion. Hundreds of sleek, angular spacecraft detached from the main fleet and streaked towards the Earth's surface, their advanced weaponry primed and ready. Within minutes, the first volley of devastating energy blasts rained down, slamming into major cities around the world. Panic erupted as the initial alien assault brought widespread destruction. Skyscrapers crumbled, transportation networks were crippled, and critical infrastructure was reduced to rubble. Sirens wailed as emergency services struggled to respond to the unfolding catastrophe, while millions of terrified civilians fled in all directions, seeking shelter from the relentless bombardment. In the halls of power, world leaders convened urgent crisis meetings, desperately trying to formulate a coherent defense strategy against this unprecedented extraterrestrial threat. However, the sheer scale and firepower of the Zarhonian invasion force quickly overwhelmed any semblance of a coordinated global response. One by one, the military forces of the world's superpowers were systematically dismantled, their advanced technology proving no match for the aliens' superior weaponry. As the sun set on the first day of the invasion, an eerie silence settled over the ravaged cities. Yang Su observed the aftermath with a sense of cold satisfaction, confident that the human race would soon capitulate to the might of the Zarhonian Empire. With a single world under his control, he would then set his sights on the conquest of the entire galaxy, ushering in a new era of Zarhonian dominance. Yet, unbeknownst to the arrogant alien commander, a glimmer of hope was stirring deep within the human spirit. Amid the despair and destruction, seeds of resilience and determination were taking root, poised to blossom into an unexpected and formidable resistance. The fate of the Earth and the future of the Zarhonian Empire now hung in the balance. The initial alien assault had brought widespread devastation to the cities of Earth. Towering skyscrapers lay in ruin, transportation networks were crippled, and critical infrastructure had been reduced to rubble. Across the globe, millions of terrified civilians fled in panic, seeking shelter from the relentless bombardment. However, even as the Zarhonian invasion force tightened its grip, a glimmer of hope began to emerge from within the human spirit. Amid the chaos and destruction, pockets of resilience and determination started to coalesce, setting the stage for an unexpected counteroffensive. At the forefront of this burgeoning resistance was Jamin, a brilliant military strategist with an uncanny ability to anticipate and outmaneuver his enemies. Drawing upon his deep understanding of military tactics and his keen analytical mind, Jamin quickly devised a series of unconventional strategies to slow the alien advance. Recognizing the Zarhonians' reliance on overwhelming firepower and sheer numbers, Jamin advocated for a more asymmetric approach. He mobilized special forces units to conduct guerrilla-style raids on the alien supply chains, disrupting their logistics and denying them the resources they needed to sustain their onslaught. Additionally, he leveraged the urban terrain to his advantage, utilizing the narrow streets and dense infrastructure to ambush and neutralize the invaders' superior technology. As Jamin's tactics began to pay dividends, the morale of the human forces started to shift. What had initially seemed like a hopeless endeavor now held the promise of a hard-fought victory. Civilians, too, began to play a crucial role in the resistance effort, volunteering their time and resources to support the military's operations. In hospitals and medical clinics, dedicated healthcare workers tirelessly treated the wounded, working around the clock to save as many lives as possible. In factories and workshops, Engineers and technicians worked to repair damaged equipment and repurpose civilian technologies for military use. Even ordinary citizens joined the fight, providing food, shelter, and intelligence to the soldiers on the front lines. This confluence of military ingenuity, scientific innovation, and civilian solidarity gradually turned the tide of the battle. The Zarhonian forces, accustomed to swift and decisive victories, found themselves increasingly stymied by the resilience and adaptability of the human defenders. As the days turned into weeks, the Zarhonians' confidence began to waver. Young Su, the arrogant alien commander, grew increasingly frustrated by his troops' inability to crush the human resistance. He ordered ever more devastating attacks, but each time, Jamin and his team would counter with new tactics, rendering the aliens' superior firepower and technology less effective. The stage was now set for a prolonged and hard-fought struggle, one that would test the limits of both human fortitude and Zarhonian ambition. The fate of the Earth hung in the balance, and the outcome would not only determine the future of humanity, but also shape the course of galactic history for generations to come. As the human resistance continued to frustrate the Zarhonian invaders, a critical breakthrough emerged from an unexpected source: the scientific community. At the forefront of this groundbreaking development was Jin, a brilliant young researcher whose innovative thinking would prove pivotal in turning the tide of the war. Jin had been working tirelessly, alongside a team of her most trusted colleagues, to unlock the secrets of the alien technology that had been captured during the early battles. Analyzing the designs and energy signatures of the Zarhonian weapons, she made a series of revolutionary discoveries that would forever alter the course of the conflict. At the heart of Jin's breakthrough was her ability to harness a new form of energy that had previously been inaccessible to humans. By studying the Zarhonian power sources, she was able to develop a novel method of converting this exotic energy into a potent weapon against the invaders. Her findings were nothing short of remarkable, promising to give the human forces a much-needed technological advantage. Eager to put this new discovery into action, Jin quickly collaborated with Jamin and his military strategists to adapt the technology into practical applications. Together, they worked around the clock to design and build a series of advanced defense systems and superior spacecraft that could effectively counter the Zarhonian onslaught. As the first of these new weapons were deployed, the tide of the war began to turn. The human forces, now equipped with Jin's revolutionary technology, were able to intercept and neutralize the alien bombardment, saving countless lives in the process. The Zarhonian invaders, accustomed to the overwhelming power of their arsenal, found themselves increasingly outmatched by the ingenuity and adaptability of their human adversaries. Morale among the human troops soared as they witnessed the tangible impact of Jin's breakthrough. The realization that they could now match the Zarhonians' technological prowess fueled a renewed sense of determination and purpose. Civilians, too, took heart in the knowledge that their fellow citizens were capable of such remarkable feats of innovation, further strengthening the bonds of the resistance. Young Su, the Zarhonian commander, watched with growing frustration as his invasion force struggled to gain ground against the reinvigorated human defenses. His once confident demeanor gave way to a mounting sense of uncertainty as he grappled with the unsettling possibility that his conquest of Earth might not be as assured as he had initially believed. The stage was now set for a titanic clash between the technological might of the Zarhonian Empire and the human spirit of innovation and resilience. With Jin's groundbreaking discoveries providing a crucial edge, the human forces prepared to take the fight directly to the alien invaders, determined to defend their homeworld at all costs. The outcome of this pivotal battle would not only determine the fate of the Earth, but also the future course of galactic history. The tide of the war against the Zarhonian invaders had begun to turn, thanks to the revolutionary technological breakthroughs achieved by the brilliant scientist Jin and the strategic brilliance of military commander Jamin. The human forces, once outmatched and outgunned, were now able to effectively counter the alien onslaught, saving countless lives in the process. However, the Zarhonian commander, Yang Su, was not one to accept defeat easily. Frustrated by the human resistance, he ordered a drastic escalation of the invasion, calling for the complete annihilation of major cities across the globe. His logic was simple. If he could not subjugate the planet through conventional means, he would break the spirit of the human defenders by unleashing unrelenting destruction. As the Zarhonian fleet mobilized for this devastating bombardment, Hai Jin's team worked tirelessly to adapt their newly developed defensive technologies to intercept and disable the incoming alien weapons. Leveraging the exotic energy sources they had harnessed, they developed advanced countermeasures that could neutralize the Zarhonian firepower before it reached its targets. The human forces held their breath as the Zarhonian assault commenced, bracing for the worst. But to their astonishment and relief, Hai Jin's innovations proved remarkably effective. One by one, the devastating energy blasts were intercepted and diffused, saving the cities and their inhabitants from the brink of destruction. The morale of the human defenders soared as they witnessed this remarkable feat of technological prowess. The realization that they could now match the Zarhonians' destructive capabilities, and even surpass them, fueled a renewed sense of hope and determination. Jian Min, the military strategist, seized upon this momentum, quickly devising a daring plan to take the fight directly to the alien invaders. Assembling a small, elite team of highly skilled operators, Jian Min led a covert infiltration mission into the heart of the Zarhonian command center, their flagship orbiting high above the Earth. Navigating through the alien vessel's formidable defenses, the human strike force fought their way to the bridge, where they engaged in a fierce and brutal battle with Yang Su and his personal guard. In the end, the human team emerged victorious, disabling the alien ship's critical systems and severing the Zarhonian commander's link to his forces. With their communications and defenses crippled, the invading fleet found itself in a position of vulnerability, unable to effectively coordinate or protect itself against the human counteroffensive that soon followed. As the news of Yang Su's capture and the disruption of the Zarhonian command structure spread, the human forces launched an all-out assault, pushing the invaders back with renewed vigor and determination. The tide of the war had truly turned, with the once dominant alien invaders now facing the very real prospect of defeat at the hands of their resilient human adversaries. The stage was now set for the final climactic showdown between the human defenders and the Zarhonian Empire. Both sides knew that the outcome of this battle would not only decide the fate of the Earth, but also shape the course of galactic history for generations to come. With the Zarhonian command structure disrupted and their fleet left vulnerable, the human forces now had a critical window of opportunity to launch a decisive counteroffensive. At the helm of this bold operation was Jian Min, the brilliant military strategist whose unconventional tactics had repeatedly stymied the alien invaders. Recognizing the importance of striking while the Zarhonian forces were off balance, Jian Min quickly assembled a team of the most skilled and experienced operators, handpicking them for their specialized skills and their unwavering determination. Their mission was to infiltrate the Zarhonian flagship, neutralize its defenses, and capture the alien commander, Yang Su, at all costs. The daring raid began with a covert insertion, as the human team stealthily made their way through the alien vessel's outer defenses. Navigating the labyrinthine corridors and compartments, they encountered pockets of resistance, engaging in a series of intense firefights with the Zarhonian guards. Yet, with unwavering courage and precision, the human forces systematically cleared a path towards the bridge, their ultimate objective. As they drew closer to the command center, the fighting grew more fierce and desperate. Yang Su, sensing the threat to his position, had rallied his personal guard in a last-ditch effort to repel the human incursion. The clash that ensued was a brutal and savage affair, with both sides fighting tooth and nail for the upper hand. In the end, it was the human team's superior training, tactics, and sheer determination that prevailed. Jian Min, leading from the front, personally engaged Yang Su in a one-on-one confrontation, their weapons clashing as they grappled for dominance. After a protracted and grueling battle, the Zarhonian commander was overwhelmed and captured, his defeat a devastating blow to the morale of his forces. With Yang Su in custody and the flagship's critical systems disabled, the human strike team quickly raised the alarm, signaling the waiting human forces to launch their full-scale assault. Across the globe, military units and civilian militias sprang into action, converging on the positions of the Zarhonian invaders with renewed fervor. The human counteroffensive was a coordinated and relentless onslaught, leveraging Haijin's revolutionary technologies to devastating effect. Energy beams and precision-guided munitions tore through the Zarhonian defenses, while advanced spacecraft provided air cover and support for the ground forces. The invaders, now leaderless and disoriented, found themselves outmatched and outmaneuvered at every turn. As the battle raged on, the tide continued to turn in favor of the human defenders. One by one, the Zarhonian strongholds and outposts were systematically dismantled, their forces beaten back and forced to retreat. The once mighty invasion force was now in full retreat, its dreams of conquest and subjugation crumbling in the face of human resilience and resolve. With the capture of Yang Su and the crippling of the Zarhonian command structure, the human forces had achieved a crucial turning point in the war. The stage was now set for the final, climactic showdown that would determine the fate of the Earth and perhaps the entire galaxy. With the Zarhonian commander Yang Su captured and the invading fleet's command and control structure crippled, the human forces now had a critical window of opportunity to launch the final, decisive counteroffensive. Buoyed by their recent victories and the revolutionary technologies pioneered by scientist Haijin, the defenders of Earth prepared to confront the remaining Zarhonian forces in a climactic showdown that would determine the fate of their planet. Recognizing the gravity of the situation, Haijin's team worked tirelessly to further upgrade and enhance the human defensive systems. Drawing upon their earlier breakthroughs, they developed advanced energy weapons and shielding technologies that could better withstand the overwhelming firepower of the Zarhonian arsenal. The goal was to give the human forces a decisive edge in the impending battle, ensuring that they could not only hold their ground, but push the invaders back decisively. As the final confrontation drew near, Jia Min, the brilliant military strategist, meticulously planned the human counteroffensive. Leveraging the intelligence gathered during the raid on the Zarhonian flagship, he mapped out the invaders' key strongholds and supply lines, identifying the most vulnerable points for the human forces to target. With surgical precision, he coordinated the deployment of troops, vehicles, and advanced weaponry, ensuring that every element of the plan would work in concert to overwhelm the Zarhonian defenses. When the battle commenced, the skies above Earth erupted in a dazzling display of firepower. The Zarhonian forces, sensing the desperation of their situation, unleashed their most powerful weapons in a last-ditch effort to crush the human resistance. Energy beams, missile barrages, and futuristic ordnance rained down upon the human defenders, testing the limits of Haijin's innovative technologies. Yet, time and again, the human forces managed to withstand the onslaught, their advanced shielding and countermeasures neutralizing the Zarhonian attacks. In the midst of the chaos, Jia Min's carefully orchestrated strategy came to fruition, as human strike teams infiltrated the alien strongholds and supply lines, disrupting the invaders' ability to maintain their offensive. The battle raged on for hours, with neither side willing to concede defeat. But as the human forces continued to push forward, the Zarhonian troops began to falter, their confidence and morale gradually eroding in the face of their adversaries' resilience and determination. Yang Su, still a prisoner aboard the captured flagship, could only watch in frustrated helplessness as his dreams of conquest crumbled around him. In a final, desperate gambit, the Zarhonian commander ordered the activation of a powerful, planet-destroying superweapon, a last-resort option that would obliterate the human defenders and their homeworld, even if it meant the end of the invasion force itself. However, Haijin and her team had anticipated such a move, quickly devising a countermeasure that neutralized the alien weapon before it could be unleashed. With their ultimate trump card neutralized, The Zarhonian forces found themselves outmatched and outmaneuvered, their technological superiority rendered meaningless in the face of human innovation and determination. In a climactic showdown, the human defenders emerged victorious, delivering a crushing defeat to the invading alien army. The battle for the Earth had been won, but the consequences of this historic conflict would reverberate across the galaxy for generations to come. The human race had proven its resilience and its capacity to overcome even the most daunting of challenges, solidifying its place as a formidable power in the cosmic arena. With the Zarhonian invasion force decisively defeated, the people of Earth now faced the monumental task of rebuilding their war-torn world. The cities that had been reduced to rubble would need to be reconstructed, the shattered infrastructure painstakingly repaired, and the scars of the conflict tended to both physically and emotionally. At the forefront of this colossal effort was Jamin, the military strategist whose brilliant leadership and innovative tactics had played a pivotal role in the human victory. Hailed as a national hero, he now turned his attention to coordinating the global reconstruction efforts, leveraging his strategic acumen to prioritize and mobilize resources where they were needed most. Jamin worked tirelessly, collaborating with political leaders, urban planners, and community organizations to ensure that the rebuilding process was efficient, equitable, and responsive to the needs of the people. His unwavering commitment and attention to detail proved invaluable, as he oversaw the restoration of critical infrastructure, the construction of new housing and public facilities, and the revitalization of devastated neighborhoods. Alongside Jamin's efforts, Hai-Jin, the brilliant scientist whose groundbreaking discoveries had turned the tide of the war, was celebrated worldwide for her contributions to the human cause. Her innovative technologies were now being adapted for peaceful purposes, powering the reconstruction efforts and laying the foundation for a new era of unprecedented technological advancement. As the global community came together to heal and rebuild, the captured Zarhonian commander, Young-Su, was placed on trial for his crimes against humanity. The proceedings were broadcast worldwide, allowing the people of Earth to confront their former oppressor and seek justice for the devastation he had wrought. Throughout the trial, Young-Su remained defiant, stubbornly clinging to the belief that the Zarhonian Empire's ambitions of conquest and subjugation were justified. However, as the evidence of his atrocities mounted, and the stories of human resilience and courage were recounted, his arrogance and certainty began to erode. In the end, Young-Su was found guilty of war crimes and crimes against humanity, his sentence reflecting the gravity of his actions. The once proud commander was forced to confront the futility of the Zarhonian Empire's ambitions, as he was sentenced to a lifetime of imprisonment on the very planet he had sought to conquer. As the world continued to heal and rebuild, the human victory over the Zarhonian invaders sent shockwaves through the galaxy. Other alien civilizations, once eager to subjugate humanity, now viewed the planet with a mixture of caution and respect, recognizing the formidable power and resilience of the human race. The future of Earth, once shrouded in uncertainty, now held the promise of a new era of cooperation, technological advancement, and global prosperity. The human spirit, forged in the crucible of conflict, had emerged stronger and more resolute than ever before, ready to leave its indelible mark on the cosmos. The human victory over the Zarhonian invasion force sent shockwaves through the galaxies, solidifying Earth's place as a formidable power in the cosmic arena. The bravery, resilience, and technological ingenuity displayed by the people of Earth during the conflict had not gone unnoticed, and the repercussions of this historic event would be felt for generations to come. Other alien civilizations, once eager to subjugate humanity and claim the resource-rich planet as their own, now viewed Earth with a mixture of caution and respect. The ease with which the Zarhonian Empire, a military juggernaut in its own right, had been defeated served as a stark warning to any who might dare to underestimate the capabilities of the human race. As the global community transitioned from the monumental task of rebuilding in the aftermath of the war, a new era of cooperation and technological advancement began to take shape. Jamin, the the celebrated military strategist, leveraged his influence and expertise to spearhead international initiatives aimed at fostering stronger ties between Earth and its extraterrestrial counterparts. Through diplomatic channels and strategic partnerships, Jianmin worked tirelessly to establish open lines of communication, exchange scientific and cultural knowledge, and explore mutually beneficial avenues of collaboration. The goal was to not only solidify Earth's position as a respected member of the galactic community, but to also pave the way for a future of unprecedented progress and discovery. Hai Jin, the brilliant scientist whose groundbreaking innovations had played a pivotal role in the human victory, now turned her attention to adapting her revolutionary technologies for peaceful applications. Under her guidance, research teams from around the world collaborated to harness the exotic energy sources she had unlocked, developing clean, sustainable power solutions that would revolutionize industries and improve the lives of people across the globe. As the reconstruction efforts continued, the human spirit of innovation and resilience shone through, with new ideas and technologies emerging at a rapid pace. Cities were rebuilt with an eye towards sustainability and efficiency, incorporating Hai Jin's energy systems and Jianmin's strategic planning to create urban centers that were both aesthetically pleasing and highly functional. The world's governments, once fractured by political and ideological divides, now found common ground in the shared experience of confronting and overcoming the Zarhonian threat. Driven by a renewed sense of unity and purpose, they worked together to establish a global framework for governance, defense, and resource allocation, ensuring that the hard-won peace and prosperity would be safeguarded for generations to come. In the years that followed, Earth's standing in the galactic community only continued to grow, with the planet becoming a sought-after destination for scientific collaboration, cultural exchange, and economic opportunity. The once skeptical alien civilizations, recognizing the human race's remarkable potential, now viewed Earth as a valuable partner in shaping the future of the cosmos. The legacy of the Zarhonian invasion and the human victory had far-reaching implications, not only for the people of Earth, but for the very fabric of interstellar relations. The once dominant Zarhonian Empire, having failed in its ambitions to subjugate humanity, was forced to confront the reality of its own limitations, a humbling experience that would reverberate through the galactic power structures for years to come. As the sun rose on a new era of cooperation and progress, the people of Earth stood tall, their collective spirit forged in the crucible of conflict. They knew that the road ahead would not be without its challenges, but they were prepared to face them head-on, driven by the unwavering belief that their planet and their species had the potential to leave an indelible mark on the cosmos.